shot. Really disappointing again today, and just, I suppose, the whole lack of energy around the field, and players' movement was exceptional today. They seem to have a lot of players giving options on the ball, and we just couldn't seem to cope. It's disappointing for everybody. The Waterford people that have travelled here today, there was a good few of them around as we came in on the bus there again, and fair play to them, the real diehards. Very disappointed for the Waterford supporters that packed out Welsh Park as well last weekend, and I'd love to have answers, but I just haven't any at the moment.
And looking back over the year, taking into consideration that you won the league, how would you sum up that year?
Sure, it's, the championship is the judge, really, isn't it? Our prep was through the league, and when we ended up in the latter stages of the league, we wanted to go on and win it, and we done so. I thought, that would really give us a little bit of a, I suppose, G-up we need to try and kick on into a good championship campaign. But as of the last 3 weeks in particular, I just don't know where we've kind of fell off the wagon.
Looking ahead now, you're going to have to look ahead now to next year. You've got good players in key positions. The future is bright. I know it doesn't look like that at the moment.
I know these players, like, the admiration and respect I have for these players, and Mikey Beavens, and the addition of Tony Brown this year, who's been absolutely top class, which was Stephen Frampton as well over the last 3 years. We really felt we had a real, I suppose, a really good thing going in that regard, as regards management and putting the platforms in place for these players to perform. And to be fair to these players, they have performed a high percentage of the time. That's just not them, and I know that's not them, and they know that as well, and there's nobody hurting more than them. I know I can be hard on them when they don't deliver, when you really want them to, and I've never really had to get cross with these players only once or twice during my reign here, when they didn't hurl to the form they're capable of, and I'm just so disappointed for them, really, and everybody associated with the setup.
Have you a number of changes, Liam, before throw-in? Were they down to injuries, or what was the reason behind it?
Down to injuries, not really, Gavin. We had to be seen to come with something new. We didn't perform to our capabilities in Welsh Park last week, and that's always been our mantra here in Waterford, that if you don't perform, we feel we have a good strong panel, and players behind me on the subs bench get their opportunity to step in. So we tried that today, and it obviously didn't work in a lot of areas, but look, it's bitterly disappointing. I just can't really explain as to why we arrived in the way we arrived today,
Yeah, and you said it was all about the championship, as that's what players will be judged on, but how disappointing is it, I suppose, to have 3 defeats now in the last 3 games after such a positive start?
Yeah, it is. Look, it's very, very obvious. We're really, really disappointed. What can I say? Nobody went out for that to happen. I know the players are hurting massively inside. Like they really know that that's not a true reflection today, and even last Sunday, of their true selves. And I've no problems in saying, like, it's my responsibility to have them right too. It's my job to get them right when they hit the white lines to perform, and I have to look at that as well. Maybe we didn't get it right from a preparation perspective. I don't know, but whatever happened over the last 3 weeks, anyway, it hasn't been good, and it's as I said, I'm just so disappointed for the players that ultimately put in all the work.
Have you felt confidence kind of drain over the last few weeks?
Look, there's a lot spoken, Malachy, and written about Waterford in general, that they don't do pressure, and expectations shouldn't be put on their shoulders and all that. And, I don't think that weighs hard on these players. These players are not responsible for the history that's there of not winning in All Ireland. They can only hurl in the now, and that's what we're trying to do. And like, there's massive players, like when this team are in full flow, like they're a joy to watch. You all know that. I think the whole country knows that. And it's just the form wasn't there as of last Sunday and again today, and what do? You put it behind you and you try to go back to the field and put it right in the field. That's the only place you can put it right, and it's going to be a long summer. We'll have plenty of time to reflect on it.
Do you plan on sticking with them, Liam? Like, you showed them a big commitment yourself last year. Do you plan on staying?
Today is obviously, as I said, very, very disappointing. It's something that we won't make a rash decision on now, but you'd have to say, from my side, like, I just just wonder what else can be done really to bring these guys to the next level. I'm not sure. I'm quite happy to sit down with these players. I have a very, very good, healthy relationship with every one of these players. They're extremely honest men, and you know, before I do anything, I'll definitely sit down with them and see where their heads are at first before we do anything too rash.
Even after the league, there was a certain vibe that, you know, you had the strongest squad. That didn't weigh in any way on Waterford in general, that they were being billed as the newest challengers to Liberty. The results did reflect that in recent years.
Yeah, look, you can only control what you can, you know, control. We'd like to have thought we had a good understanding inside and in the environment we've created to be able to deal with the likes of that. Look, the bottom line is, if you're going to be one of the best teams in the country, you're going to have to deal with that. Just you know, get on with it. And you know, these players are going to have to learn with that, because they will put themselves back in that position again, because talent like that just doesn't go away overnight, and they're going to meet that obstacle again. And I suppose, like, if they do, we'll just have to deal with it that bit differently, and just understand that we can't just curl up and die on it, like you know, which is like what has seemed to have happened over the last 2 to 3 weeks. So it's questions that have to be answered by everybody, but particularly, I suppose, the players. You know.
Thanks, Steve.
Thanks, Liam.